Hi Capricorn, welcome back. Welcome to those who are new to my channel. My name is Jackie. Hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last 2 weeks in May. And guys, remember these are general energies, general messages, so please do take what resonates and throw out the rest. And if we're starting with the Sun, my favorite card. Okay, if you're not getting Ace of Pentacles, okay, I hope you're gonna resonate with this. If you don't hear the messages that resonate with you, definitely do check your rising, moon, and Venus for sure. Let me lay these out. I'm gonna be doing a Celtic cross spread. As I've been saying to the last couple of signs, I was initially doing the day-by-day energy for the last 2 weeks of May, but I wasn't resonating with it. I don't know why. I really wasn't. And then one person wrote that they didn't care for it, and it was like that was all I needed for confirmation. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just requires one person saying something. Why do I feel like these are not? Let me see if I can pan these out a little bit. The light is reflecting. Sorry guys about that. I want you to be able to see the cards. Alright. Okay. How you guys doing, Capricorn? You're going through it, man. Everything that's going on in the skies is just pretty much handing Capricorn their asses on a golden platter, right? All of this nodal energy and all this stuff. Let's see what crowning energy comes in at. Oh, let me, before I put it to the sea. Okay, this is you thinking about where you've been, thinking about where you're going. Where you're going. I like that as a crowning energy because this is you recognizing how the pieces of your life fit together now. You're going to be able to really recognize the natural pattern of events that have unfolded in your life. So this energy suggests that you need to go with the flow right now and just trust and have faith that going with the flow is the way to move forward now instead of trying to, hyper focus on trying to control your path. And I know that's really, really hard for a Capricorn. But this is especially important in relationships right now that you share with someone. The question you need to be asking yourself is, can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, with your combined goals and desires to dictate your path? Also, really think about and ask, can both of your personalities transcend and allow the partnership to form its own identity and its own energy? This is for you guys who are in relationships or who are going to be getting into relationships. Because now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads more than anything, rather than going in and trying to overly manage, I guess is what I want to say, where you guys are going to go and how, what it's going to look like. This energy also does want you to look at your personal currency. And what I mean by that is like your skills and your talent, your abilities, but most importantly, your inner self. Your inner self. Because this is about understanding that everything flows from the inside out. Everything from your inside is reflected in the outside world and your outside energy. So this is really about recognizing patterns of why what happen and really aligning this internal deeper consciousness to your external world and really look for the connections on why certain things happen in your life in the way that they did. Now for some of you who maybe have been feeling a little blocked lately, where you feel like every time you try to move forward, it's like there's always something in your way. It's just so frustrating, But you need to understand that that's just the natural order of things sometimes in life. And it's the ebb and flow of everything. And this energy tells you don't worry about it, because Not resisting and not fighting against the situation is where you need to be at right now. And I know that's really easy to say, but it's about you relaxing and trusting that everything is going to be within your reach and exactly the way you need it. So this is this idea of trust, overall trust. All right, so now let's get into where I'm just loving how this is starting. We have the sun. That's the first position that tells me like your current situation. So you guys know, many of you do know, that the sun is such a positive card because it does lighten up any of the negative aspects in the entire spread. So who can't use a little, extra love juice jumped into things, right? So, okay, well, what does this mean? This is telling me that you're definitely going through a time of healing and truth, purposefully illuminating areas in your life so to better understand certain things about, going back to the oracle. Why did certain things happen? And that takes courage to do that. It takes courage. And I'm getting that you are feeling courageous in this energy because this is a Leo card, which is about courage and being creative in how you approach things as well. So this is you feeling growth in all of your relationships. And while this doesn't indicate money per se coming in, it does show success in a position from which you can generate money. So that's good. And this is very much a renewal energy. But it's the deepest kind of renewal, though. I mean, to me, it's like, it's this marrying up of your unconscious mind and your rational mind. That's where the truth lives, Capricorn. And that's where you need to be if you're genuinely going to go through a renewal and a regeneration in any part of your life. It doesn't have to be in just relationships. This is even having to do with your career, anything. And this is, you guys are, if you're not feeling like you're transitioning into another space, then I am, and I hope I don't offend anybody by saying this, just because the astrology is so indicative, particularly for Capricorn and Cancers right now. In the biggest way, there is so much shifting going on right now because you have the nodal influences right in your space there. So if you're not feeling anything, then you're not using the energy, you're not tapping into the energy, and I would bet that you guys are feeling like someone's got a big band around your chest, like, and you're trying to move forward, but you feel like somebody keeps pulling you back. Really use this energy right now, guys. Really, yeah. Because this is positive. This is a boost in every area of your life right now. Some kind of boost in every area of your life. Doesn't mean you're going to go to sleep and wake up a gajillionaire, in a mansion or whatever, whatever speaks to you. But everything's changing for the better, depending on, what better means to you. So I love that. Okay, and then let's look at what's crossing you as we have the Ace of Pentacles. So guys, you have two very positive cards consecutively. The Ace of Pentacles is all about the power of Earth, which, being an Earth sign, you're going to connect to so very well. I love this. This is, some of you might be dealing with another Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I do want to just say that. But regardless, this energy has a newness to it that's true Earth, okay? And with true Earth, when I say true Earth, I mean this is about transitioning, okay? From dust to dust, ashes to ashes. This is the card of regeneration, truly. This does indicate on a more mundane level, money coming in or a new property, but it can also indicate foundation and stability. So if those of you out there who maybe have been questioning things going on concerning your relationships or even your home, you're going to be receiving exactly what you need right now in abundance, okay? This is crossing you. This is blessing you. This is truly karmic payback and you getting what you finally deserve. It's like you put the work in, and if you worked with integrity and you worked through your morals and you did the right thing, What a nice energy. This is beautiful karmic payback. I love it. And then the best that can be achieved from your current situation right now is the Three of Swords in reverse. And I know a lot of you are like, Three of Swords as the best that can be achieved? What the hell is that? Yeah, okay, listen. This might be a little uncomfortable, but stuff's going to be getting cleaned out, which is really good. So, yeah, uncomfortable, but doubts being cleared up. This can definitely indicate some sort of betrayal or disloyalty coming to light in some area of your life. It can be in relationships, but it can very well be in friendships, family, or work just as well. Okay? But the good thing here about this energy is that you get to the heart of the matter, and any confusion is banished, and you're in a position to heal and move forward. So for some of you, this can mean ending a relationship, but it's a relationship that does not serve you. It just is not serving your ultimate good and needs to be thrown into your history book at this point, And I know that's so painful for so many of us, right? But for many of you, at the same time, this can also be the start of mending a relationship to move forward in a completely different way. So regarding work, this can push you to realize that maybe you need to change careers, or work things out differently in your current position in a way that, is much healthier for you, where you feel like either more challenged or more satisfied in whatever way that maybe you're not feeling challenged and satisfied in. So the idea here, because this can, obviously it's a general reading, so it can mean a lot, but the idea here is there's some sort of betrayal or disloyalty in any component of your life where you're going to have clarity, and that's going to prompt you to either cut ties completely with an energy that cannot stay in your life anymore, or it's going to allow you and support you to rebuild something, but there's not going to be any more in between. That purgatory state that I know many of you have been feeling that you're in is not going to be happening anymore. So at least clarity is so, right? It's so important. Okay, and then moving on, we have the foundation energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is beautiful. This is a Capricorn energy. And it's also known as the leadership by example cardinal earth. Like, really, you guys are the bomb here. Really tapping into your patience. And your sense of humor, which is funny because isn't that what we got, I think, for your oracle a reading or two ago, about how important your sense of humor is going to be during this. It's, because the Queen of Pentacles is an old soul, okay, who grows younger and more lighthearted as she ages. And I'm getting that many of you are just going to be very much tapping into this right now. Yeah. Just really leading by example, holding fast to your values and your belief systems, things that you honestly know to be true. And I'm not going to say that you're being inflexible, because I don't feel that, but you're just not going to let anybody tell you your business right now. And I'm also getting that many of you are going to be tapping into your major arcana counterpart energy, which is the devil, meaning that's not a bad thing, meaning you're tapping into the energy, meaning you're going to be very in touch with the human condition, understanding the human condition, understanding temptation, understanding addiction, understanding why people work inside of such a low vibration sometimes. And you're going to be recognizing this, not in a way where you're accepting it in your life, but you're going to be understanding it in an empathetic way. Yeah, and I just feel like this is going to be very supportive for someone in your life. There's a lot of wisdom here, Capricorn. Your wisdom is going to be very helpful for someone, I'm getting right now. So this could be for a significant other, or it could just be somebody, anyone who's close to you, who's in need of that right now, who's in need of unconditional understanding. And then we have in your recent past, we have the King of Swords energy, which tells me leading up to these last 2 weeks in May, a time of just very unpredictable stuff, where you are like on a roller coaster of high and low drama, where certain truths came to light, more truths coming to light, right? We have a lot of truths coming to light here. A lot of underlying conflict exposed, you know. So, you know, this is a general reading. So these things coming out may have served you in a positive way, as in like a positive wake-up call for some of you. While for others of you, this may be very, very stressful. But this card shows up to indicate issues at work and tension within family and even your relationships. And the thing is, when you get this, often you're not responsible for the cause of the trouble. You know, you're just not. But you are going to be held accountable for how you respond to it and how well you recover from it and move forward. Right? So there is this idea that something is happening or you're going through something, right, in this space, and how you handle it is going to be really, really important to how you move forward, right? I mean, guys, we have free will, right? So just because the energy is here, if you decide to take another path, you take another path, okay? So that's why, you know, we seek tarot, right, to get some advice. So whatever you're going through, and I want to say like around nowish, because I'm going to be posting this on Saturday, May 11th, and this energy is going to be starting, I think, on the 18th, because it's the last two. So if you're going through something right now, be really mindful with how you're handling it right now. Try not to let yourself stay in any sort of low vibration. Really try to pivot your thoughts if you're in a very negative space. I know that's hard, but try your best to do that, right? Everybody's story is different, but I am being called to say that. And then we have in your near future, we have Temperance. So yeah, it just, if this is handled well and you have the Temperance energy, I love this. This Sagittarius energy, which is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion. So in tarot, Jupiter is assigned to the Wheel of Fortune card. Now, the combination of the Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune depicts Sagittarius as balanced and optimistic. You know, that balanced, optimistic nature that Sagittarius has. So beautiful. This energy is all about blending and mixing different elements to create something entirely new and positive. So, what an amazing energy to have for those of you who are going to be working on fixing relationships in your life at this point, and equally as beautiful for those of you who are letting go of relationships and you're trying to assimilate, mix together your past experiences with where you are now and where you want to go. So it's this new blending together of things. So there's this newness, this very healthy newness. So I do like that. And then the energy representing you is the Ten of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Virgo. And Mercury is exalted in Virgo, which means very positive messages coming in, guys. Yeah. You know, Pentacles do mean money. I know a lot of you know that. But it means a lot more than that. This is happy family relationships, healthy boundaries, a comfortable home, and money for things that you need. This is also a great time for your pets, those of you who have pets. But what is especially beautiful about this energy to me is that the people in... Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Somebody's calling me. I'm sorry. Normally I turn my phone off. That's very weird. But what's really beautiful about this is the people in this card are not all the same, right? We have a baby. We have a baby, an old man, a couple, and a dog, right? So we have 5 beings in this card, and they're all getting along even though they're very different. So the energy here with this is they're genuinely enjoying each other's company, in part because they recognize and respect each other's differences. So they're prosperous here, and not just in material terms, but also spiritually and emotionally. Like, wow, I just love this energy. Capricorn, this energy is beautiful. I hope you guys are being really open to it, you know? Really open to it, yeah. And then we have the external influence to you is the Knight of Wands. So this is a Sagittarius energy. And as an influence, many of you are going to be dealing with someone who's pretty fiery, but very passionate, you know? This is a fire energy. So this is like, woo! This is somebody with a wide range of interests who's very spirited, but very interestingly to me is the major arcana counterpart to this energy is Temperance, which we have here. So I'm getting that many of you are either going to be meeting this person very soon, if you haven't recently met them, getting together with a person who is somehow like this, or reconnecting with a person like this. This is very much a person to me, especially with this Temperance for confirmation here. Yeah, and this person is like clearly somehow graced with good fortune in some area of his or her life. The only thing to be careful here, though, all right, a couple of things, right? Because it's fire. So what do you think is going to be very passionate? What's typically on the other side of that, all right? Let's just keeping it real, but you want to be mindful of it. All right, people like this typically think themselves a little bit invincible, so that could indicate some risky or dangerous behavior. And it can also indicate a pretty bad temper. But again, this is often found with people who are very passionate, right? If we're honest about it. And a really bad temper isn't such a bad thing as long as they're reasonable, you know? I feel like, you know, once this person does calm down a bit, they're very reasonable because this is a very intellectual energy. This person's very smart. So they do have that working for them. So, you know, just take that, put that in your hat, you know, as you move forward with this person. Just be mindful of that. And then in your hopes and fears position, we have the Knight of Cups reverse, which is a Pisces energy. Okay, the major arcana counterpart is the Moon here, and the Moon sees the world through like a very misty glow and reflects hopes and dreams, right? Very romantic, idealistic, beautiful. But in reverse, I'm getting that you feel like there are things that you still have issues trusting in. Yeah, it's like as actively as you're trying to heal certain aspects of your life, you're so afraid of getting hurt again. I feel this, Capricorn. You're so afraid of being deceived by another person, or maybe even by yourself, right? Maybe some of you are going through a time where, you know, logically in your head, you're like very together and very strong, but there's this little voice in you that's not trusting your intuition because of maybe feeling like it let you down a couple of times before. So I'm sensing this internal battle here. It's like your logical mind knows how to feel and what to do, but your emotional mind remembers the pain and is scared to get back into that space. Now that I'm feeling many of you have finally progressed, you know, through a long, hard fought and hard won space of healing. You know, where you're feeling very emotionally vulnerable right now. And I am getting some of you are going to be dealing with someone who's very, I'm going to say volatile, could be just very passionate, but someone who you're afraid is being very secretive and non-communicative in the way that you think they should be communicating with you. But this can very well be more just in your mind than in reality, you know? But the thing is, even if this is in reality, this is a temporary energy. So, yeah. And then you're coming out of this and you're going into the Four of Cups energy, which is the outcome. And I'm getting that you're feeling very dissatisfied by the way things are at the end of this time period, Cap. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good word to describe this is you're feeling very disillusioned. And this is I'm getting from you having been hurt in the past, and you're in a space of protecting yourself right now. I call this the checklist card, okay? And it's like in your mind, you have a list, a checklist of what you're going to accept and not accept. And you hold very fast and firm to it. To the point where no matter how hard a person is trying to work things out with you, it's very hard for you to move past this list because of past hurt. So you're definitely going to be in a space of asking yourself if you're ever going to actually be fully happy. You know, and the answer is absolutely yes, you can and you will, but it's time to risk opening up emotionally again, Capricorn. Because I'm getting that you went through something really, really painful, and many of you have somehow muddled through the pain and really progressed into a space of healing. And whether you're dealing with the return of someone or the possible start of something new, I'm getting many of you are just feeling very pushed to get into this next phase of your life, but I feel deep inside you're too scared. I'm getting that you're feeling very scared. And this is the fun. I feel like as I'm saying this, I'm feeling a lot of you not agree with me right now. I really am. You're completely disagreeing with me, but I feel like you think you're more ready than you actually are for a new love or situation, because I'm feeling that there are still some past issues that you still need to work through. Now, for those of you who are in an established relationship, this does indicate emotional stagnation on some level, even if it's just mentally, where you're in the process of, on some level, emotionally checking out, because in some way you really no longer feel satisfied. Because this is all about feeling disillusioned and dissatisfied, this energy. So apply this to your life as you would see fit. But going back to the oracle, everything is happening as it should. And you have so much positive, supporting energy right now. Capricorn, yeah, work with this energy. Don't work against it. This is just, everything is necessary to bring you to where you need to go. And I know some of you aren't going to want to hear that. I'm sorry, but this is what I have. Yeah. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to be doing a singles reading exclusively for singles next week, according to each archetype. Some, challenges you might be having and whatnot. And then I think I'm going to be doing a tarot reading on what's being eclipsed from your life leading up to the eclipse season, which, by the way, is in July. But many of you are going to be feeling it now because it typically begins about 6 weeks prior. But if I don't see you for either of those, hopefully I will see you guys for the beginning of June reads. All right, you guys take care and enjoy the rest of your month. Bye-bye.